copies.
Well, welcome. I'm happy you could stay with us. I do not take the fact that you stay with us every Friday for granted. Now, you can also watch us on YouTube or on Periscope, and please invite your friends to join us as well. And let's have a conversation and a discussion. Well, today we are on the letter K, and our K words are karma, K for karma, K for knowledge, K for killers, and K for keep. And then I'll throw in a bonus K word at the end. I'll hold that as a surprise for you when I get to the end of my presentation. So let's begin with K for knowledge. K for knowledge. There is something that many of us fail to understand, and it is this, that life is about self-discovery. It's about me discovering who I am. That is what this whole journey, from the day you were born to the day you die, this is your biggest goal, to know yourself well. Shakespeare said, know yourself and you will not be false to any man. Now, one of the platforms that enables us to know ourselves well, the best, is marriage. In marriage, one of the goals of marriage is that I get to know myself, not my spouse, myself. My spouse also gets to know herself. Too many of us think that we are in a marriage to know our spouses. So we say, I know her well, she's like this, she's like that. But what we don't realize is that marriage is about me getting to know myself. In any love relationship, that is one of the goals, that you will get to know yourself better, that in the knowing of yourself, you'll be able to move on towards your best self. So how does marriage do this? It does this by giving you a spouse who will make you confront who you truly are. Because many of us live with self-delusion. I have met people who are not patient, who will tell you, I am very patient. I know liars who say, I hate liars, first class, not realizing that they themselves are liars. We live with self-delusion, but in marriage, you cannot live with that self-delusion. Marriage would force you to confront this. So let me bring it down. Let's say that you are a stickler for time. You are a stickler for time, and you marry this person who thinks that when you give a time, it's a suggestion. You know, one of those people who, if you say the program begins at 4, it means that we set off from the house at 4. You know, not that we get there at 4. Now, you've spoken to this person, but the person doesn't respond to anything. And you, every time, by the time you get to wherever you are going, whether it's a church or a program, both of you are angry because you are late. Now, what should you do? What is happening here? What is happening here is that you are on a quest to know yourself better, and you are refusing to know yourself. Whenever your partner does anything that upsets you, don't see it as an upset. You should ask 4 questions. The first question is, what is this doing for me? This thing that my partner is doing that irritates me, that makes me angry, what is it doing for me? Not what is it doing against me or to me. What is it doing for me? What is it doing for me? So take the case of your partner who is a latecomer to everything, and you hate being late. What is that doing for you? It is helping you to be a little bit more relaxed and laid back in life. The way you are going, you stress yourself into a heart attack. So relax. The second question is, what is my reaction to my partner's consistent lateness revealing about me? What is my reaction revealing about me? So if my reaction is to be angry and to throw tantrums, it is not she who has made me throw the tantrums. It is not. Sometimes I hear people say when they are reacting, say, see what you've made me do. No, she didn't make you do anything. You did it because of who you are. So face who your reaction is revealing you to be. Remember, it is not about what happens. What happens is not the important thing. It is your reaction that is important. And it is your reaction that helps you to grow and become a better person. So my partner is late. So what can what is my reaction saying? What kind of reaction should I have? And what is it saying about me? The third question is, how can I use this for my growth? My partner is consistently late to events, and I hate lateness. How can I use this for my growth? How can I let this thing make me to become a much more patient person, a much more structured person, organized person, and a much more focused person? And the fourth question is, what is the best and wisest action that reflects who I should be? In the circumstance, in the situation that I find myself, that my partner's behavior has thrown me into, what is the best and wisest action that reflects who I should be? So, let's pick this one again. So, and this is something that Florence and I had to deal with a bit in our marriage. I have always been a stickler for time, so you shouldn't be surprised that I use time as an illustration. And then I have an appointment to preach, and we have to go together. And at the time I'm ready, she is not ready, and I'm screaming at her. She gets upset. We get into the car, and we don't talk to each other because she's upset that I've been rude and rough to her. I'm also upset that she's made me run late. Now, after a while, I realized, no, this is not right. How can you be going to preach, and every time the one person who means the world to you is upset by the time you get to the venue? Of course, when we get to the venue, we'll put up an act because you will not see that we are upset. Now, what I decided to do, and again, in the quest for what is the best and wisest action that would reflect who I should be. Who should I be? I should be a loving husband. I should be a supportive husband. I should be a caring husband. I should be a God-fearing husband. So what did I do? What I did was I began to assist. I realized preparing breakfast takes a bit of time in the morning. Florence insists on ironing her things on the day when she's going to, after she's taken a bath. So I said, okay, let me take some of these things off. So in the morning, I'll say, my dear, what are you going to wear today? And then sometimes she hasn't quite made up her mind. So I would iron about 3 things. So she would have something to wear immediately. Breakfast, I could say that, well, wait. Let's go and come. We'll eat later. I think we will survive. Let's go and come. And then began to plan her life. So I knew she must be in the bathroom by this time if we are to leave at this time. And in doing that, I became a much more supportive husband. And then there's an interesting thing happened. In assisting her, in taking a lot of the load off to make it easier and faster for her, she would often finish before me. And then this is what she would do. She would pick the car key and jangle it before me and say, hey, Ebo, if you don't hurry up, I will leave you behind. Because she's ready and I am just getting ready. Something that could have messed our marriage became fun. It became a platform on which we could show love and support for one another. So that is what it is, that in marriage, the partner you have, the things you can't stand about your partner, that your partner is reflecting who you are. So don't say, I married the wrong person. No. You married the right person for the things you need to transform in your life. So don't resist the self-knowledge. You're knowing yourself. Remember, it is about you knowing yourself above every other thing. And that is how you get on. So, that's the first K. K for knowledge. Let's do the second K. K for karma. K for karma. Now, karma is an interesting concept. It's a concept we pick from Buddhism and Hinduism. But it is also a concept, a spiritual concept that can be found in Christianity and in every major religion. You remember the golden rule? The golden rule goes like, do unto others as you have them do unto you. That is another version of karma. Or what the Bible says, that a man reaps what he sows. What a man reaps, that he sows. A man reaps what he sows. What a man sows, that he reaps. That is karma. What does karma say? Karma says that what I do will come back at me. The way I treat you, I'll be treated. So, whatever then I do for my partner or against my partner, I am doing against myself. If I treat my partner well, I'll be treated well. If I betray my partner, I'll be betrayed. That is karma. So, in becoming a good partner to your spouse or to your boyfriend or your girlfriend, it is not for the sake of that person. Listen, life is run by principles, and it doesn't matter who you think you are. You cannot beat those principles. So if you are not treating the person in your life right, trust me, life will punish you for her because of that treatment. If you are not being truthful to your partner, life would also not be truthful to you. So if you want life to treat you well, treat that special person in your life well. Sometimes we think we can get away with mistreating people, because sometimes you find that you've married somebody who doesn't have any support behind her. Nobody in her home or his home has any heavy weight to call you to book, and you think, well, I've got this helpless person and I can treat her anyhowly, and even threaten her. And that's what some men do. The day anybody gets to know what is going on in a marriage, that day the marriage is over. Well, listen to me. You are not dealing with your partner. You are dealing with the universe. And the universe is watching the way you are treating your partner and will get you. Somebody has given you love, given you trust, given you devotion. What is your response? If you betray this, if you betray that person, if you hurt that person, if you abuse that person, life will be her defender. Life will come back at you, will come at you and equal the score. So it is in your interest. Remember, K for karma. Because of karma, be a good lover. Be a good partner. Be a good spouse. Be the kind of spouse you would wish your spouse was to you. And you would find real joy. You will find real fun. You will find real fulfillment in life. And life will continue to reward you, because karma would come at you, will reward you. If it is good, the reward will be good. If it is bad, the reward will be bad. That is it. So we've done two Ks already. K for knowledge, K for karma. Let's go on to the third K. Killers. There are killers of relationships. And many of us are not aware, so we get knocked around in our relationship. But there are certain things you should watch in your relationship before they destroy your relationship. So let's look at some of the killers. I'm going to give you 10 killers of relationships. 1, taking each other for granted. Nothing kills a relationship more than taking each other for granted. Where you get to the point where you are no longer asking about, how are you doing? How are you this morning? You are no longer calling home to check. You think, oh yeah, he's there. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. You are no longer doing the little things that made the other party fall in love with you. Don't take each other for granted. It will kill their relationship. The second killer is words. Angry words, thoughtless words, hurtful words. You know, the thing about words is that you can't take them back. You speak them, they are gone. You can't take them back. If you hit me with a knife, if you stab me with a knife, the wound will heal. But with words, it will never heal. So let us be careful. And I realize that there are people who, when they are angry, select their words with the purpose to hurt you. The more hurtful it could be, the better they feel. Yes, I told him this, and you should have seen him. No. You are killing yourself. You are killing the relationship. Be careful with your words. Killer number 3, attitude. I don't know how to say this nicely, but marriage is not for proud people. It is not for people who have attitude. The humbler you are in your marriage, the happier you would be. The more giving you are, the more you will bring forth from your partner good things. So watch your attitude. Your attitude should be gentle, should be humble, and should be supportive, and you'll be fine. The third killer, third parties. Third parties. And third parties here, I am including not just relatives. Sometimes we think in-laws are the headache. No. These days, even office colleagues sometimes have become third parties that are killing relationships. Exes. Exes. There's a good reason why somebody is your ex. Let the person stay in your past. An ex must stay in the past, not in the present. So keep your ex in the past. Third parties. Let's watch the influence of third parties in our relationship. 5, unforgiveness. Listen, your partner would hurt you, would upset you from time to time. Your key is to forgive. As long as you hold on and decide you will never forgive, I will never forgive him. If you ever get to the point where you can say, I will never forgive him, then call off the relationship and walk away. But if you're staying there, you have no choice but to forgive. 6, distrust and suspicion. I take them together, even though they are different. Distrust is when you have done things and I cannot trust you anymore. Suspicion is the way your nose is shaking. I suspect you are doing something. You know, the way you looked at that girl, there is something there. That phone call, who called you? And you are always looking for something. You believe your partner cannot be that correct. And you are searching and you are searching and you are searching. Well, you know, if you search hard enough, you will find. So be careful how you search. Well, 7, not knowing how to fight. There are couples who do not know how to fight. In every relationship, there will be conflict. There will be issues we need to sort out and thrash out. Sometimes it may even result in some raised voices and things like that. But you've got to know how to fight in a relationship. The key is this. Always fight to save the relationship, not to be right. In a relationship, you are not there to win. So don't beat your partner down. You are there to fight to save the relationship. And if you are not interested in fighting to save the relationship, then don't fight. It's a useless fight. If the fight will not save our relationship, then let it go. Let it pass. Learn to fight. Learn to fight. Never attack your partner. Don't say, as for you, you are a useless person. No. What he has done may be wrong, but it doesn't make him useless. Don't do things like, they told me I should have known. They say fantasy men are like that. You know, when you do that, you get the wrong kind of fight. You are not fighting right. Bringing up the confidence, some secret your partner told you when you are angry with that person, that's the wrong way to fight. And that is why all your exes left you. No, that is not the right way to fight. Shame on you. You are fighting the wrong way. So know how to fight. And 6, remember 8. We are looking at killers in relationships. And we are on number 8. Number 8 is abuse. Abuse of any kind. Verbal abuse, physical abuse, and the other abuse that we don't talk very much about, emotional abuse. Emotional abuse. The emotional abuse is where the person may not even use words, but is breaking you inside. So let's go to number 9. Number 9 is lack of communication. You should always create an environment in your relationship where your partner can say what he's not happy with or she is not happy with, and you can also say what you are not happy with and how you can improve it. You must create room for communication to hear each other out so that if somebody has something on the mind, he can express it. Don't shut your partner down. Don't intimidate your partner when he's opening up to you, because lack of communication will kill your relationship. And the 10th killer for this session, monotony. Monotony, same. When your relationship gets into a routine, same thing. You are sleeping in the same place. You are eating the same breakfast. You greet each other with the same words. You come home at the same time. Same. You make love in the same style. Not good enough. Not good enough. Same style. Same style. If you do that, one day your partner will say, will do you crucify me? You know crucify me? Crucify me is where the lady lies down and says, come and do what you want and go away. No, let us bring a little bit of fun into our relationship. So, we've gone through three K's so far. We've done K for knowledge, K for karma, and K for killers. We're going to go to K for keep, or to keep. And I'm quickly going to run through 10 things you should keep in your relationship. Remember K for keep. You should keep your word and your promises. That's the first thing you should keep. Keep your word. Whatever you say you will do, do it. And don't say, well, I said I'll do it. No, do it as quickly as you can. And this goes especially to men who say, oh, I said I'll do it. So, no. Hope deferred is hope denied. So if you say, I will give you money to go to the saloon, give it quickly.
Thank you.
You are not the one who is now going to mint the money, so give it quickly. The second thing you should keep your health. Keep your health. Do everything you can to stay healthy. Keep your health. In keeping your health, keep your shape. And this goes for both men and women. You know, it is easy for us to make a case about women losing their shape. But there are men who have been pregnant for 3 years and they haven't delivered. And sometimes you see them and you wonder, my brother, when are you going to deliver? You know what I mean? Because this pregnancy, you've carried it for so too long. The third thing you should keep an open mind. Keep an open mind. Listen, what you think life is, it doesn't need to be the only way. You may see life in a particular way, but that's not it all. So open your mind so that you can embrace some other reality from somebody. Keep hold of your temper. That's number 4. There are people who say, and I gave me a piece of my mind. That's why your mind is in pieces, because you're giving pieces away. Nobody is interested in a piece of your mind. They have minds of their own. So, or I gave him the length of my tongue. No, keep your temper. The Bible says something very interesting about temper. It says, the one who gets angry and you can tell that he's angry is a fool. This is not me. This is Bible. If you get angry and anybody can know that you are angry, you are a fool. That's what the Bible says. That's why you should keep your temper. 5, keep the passion. You remember how even you went for walks and you were excited, you held hands and it was fun. Keep that passion. Keep that passion for each other. Keep that passion for each other and deepen it. 6, keep fun. Keep the fun. When you could tease each other and laugh around and play games and be silly. Be silly. Why have we left it for children to be silly? We too. Once in a while, be silly. 7, keep short accounts. Keep short accounts. What do I mean by keep short accounts? When something is bothering you, let's talk about it immediately. Let's not wait and keep the issues piling up so that the day you blow up, then you've lost control already. So, look, my dear, you came home late and you didn't give me any indication that you were going to come home late, and I was worried about you. Let's deal with that now. Instead of keeping that and adding something to it and adding something to it and adding something to it. Keep short accounts. And then keep hope alive. Hope for yourself. Hope for your relationship. The relationship will get richer. It will get better. 9, keep faith alive. Keep your faith. Your faith in God. Your faith in the strength of your love for each other. Keep that faith. And finally, keep your self-dignity and your self-image. Keep your self-dignity and your self-image. Keep your dignity. Don't let your partner rob you of that dignity. So if your partner is getting verbally abusive, don't also return like for like, fire for fire. No, keep your dignity. Keep your dignity. There was a song that came out in the 60s by Kakeku, and it said, if the horse is crazy, it doesn't mean the rider is crazy. So ponkona badama, ni ranize or dam. So those are 4 K words. I will throw in a bonus K word, and it's going to be bonus because I'm not going to stay too long about it. K for case. K for case. K for case. instead of telling you what a case is, and if at this time, if you are listening to this and you don't know what a case is, and you've never cased and you've never been cased, go to a deliverance pastor. Well, this is how I spell case. The K in case is kindness. The I in case is is. So kindness is. The first S in case is seriously. And the last S is sexy. So this is how I spell case. Kindness is seriously sexy. Now, if you ever kiss anybody and you've not been kind to that person, your case means nothing. Your case means nothing. When you've shown kindness and a case comes, the case gets a different value. That is why those of you, sometimes I wish you can see your spouse's face when you kiss her. If you kiss your wife or your spouse and her eyes are open, it means you've not been kind enough. There is nothing inside. It might be so sweet that she can't keep her eyes open. She must close her eyes because it is so good. And how do you do it? Be kind to her. Be nice to the girl. Kiss. Kindness is seriously sexy. And with that, I come to the end of my presentation. I'd like to thank you very much for staying with us. I do not take the fact that you join us every week for granted, and I am so, so grateful. Now, I would stop here. We'll take a little ad, and then when we come back, we'll take your questions and your contributions and your comments. So, thank you. Stay with us.
Your copies from all Shell shops, Total shops, and the supermarket near you, or call 0302-231188 for subscription.
Honey, I have laid the bed. Baby, honey, tomorrow I have a meeting. I have a business meeting tomorrow.
Sir? Oh, sweetheart. Here, take this.
Get the best-selling novels, The Deal, and Perfect Couple by Uncle WHYTE at 40 Ghana cedis each. Available at all Shell shops, selected bookshops, and Total filling stations. For inquiries, call 050-554-6010 or WhatsApp 050-554-6030 for your copies.
Well, thank you very much for staying with me. I am so, so grateful to you. Remember, those of you in Accra, my next play is Nicholas. It is a biographical play about one of the greatest men in Ghana. It runs at the National Theatre on the 25th and 26th of this month, and then the week after that. So please make the effort to get a ticket and to join us for this play. It is an incredible play. So welcome back. So let's take your questions now.
All right, Uncle. This person says, Uncle, we should fight for our relationships. Do you have to fight for that which is meant for you?
Yes, you have to. Yes, you have to. I know that people say, well, if we love each other, why should we fight? You fight because you are human beings. You fight because you have different backgrounds. And you would also fight because there's a spirit that is against good relationships. And that is why you will need to fight. You need to fight to save your relationship. It isn't when a relationship is good, there are spiritual beings that are interested in destroying it. Powers of darkness hate good relationships. So fight for your relationship. And the way to fight for it, fight in love. Fight with the faith that we can make this better. Fight in hope. Fight with kindness.
Uncle, from Aramide, what's the number one cause for being taken for granted?
Familiarity. You get too familiar with each other that you begin to think that, well, he should know I love him. He should know I love him. He should know that I am not like that. No, that is what that you get too familiar with each other.
Uncle, Nita says, Uncle, what do you do when your partner just says, anytime you ask him about important things just to avoid answering the questions he knows he's guilty of?
Oh, your partner is a coward. Your partner is a coward. Why is he running away? He should talk some. He's avoiding, evading the issues, and that is not healthy enough. I hope you'll get him to be able to open up and speak.
Uncle Ebo, how many minutes should one allocate for her makeup? Because some take forever.
The person who asked this question is a male, right?
Yes.
It's a male.
It's Francis, yes.
Oh, Francis. Francis, I don't think there's any time. The length of a makeup of a woman depends on her mood. Depends on mood. Indeed, every woman has what they call the bad hair day. That's the day when the hair decides not to cooperate with her. And when she's having a bad hair day, you can be sure that it will take much longer. So it depends on her mood. If she's happier, she may spend less time. If she's upset, she may spend longer. So you, the man in her life, you contribute to how long it will take.
Uncle, when it comes to styles, change is not just good. Change is fantastic.
I agree with you. You couldn't have said it better.
And then Mami says, Uncle, how does anyone overcome emotional abuse, especially if you are not sure it's emotional abuse?
Well, if you are not sure it is emotional abuse, then it is not. Because if it is, you cannot escape emotional abuse. But emotional abuse takes this form. It is the actions, little actions, attitudes that are meant to make you feel you are nothing, that are meant to make you feel terrible about yourself and about your past. That's emotional. Make you feel that you are not deserving, you are not worthy. And when you are getting that, you know it. There's no doubt about it.
Uncle, what do you do when you repeatedly point out issues, but things never change?
Two things. Change the way you point them out, because you may be using the wrong way. The second, bring in a third party to help both of you.
Alfred Boatin says, wow, Uncle, when it comes to pregnancy, I am also pregnant too. But Joanne says she likes it, even though I think it is not good for my health.
Please don't mind her. Lose a bit of it. Lose a bit of it. The problem is that as you get older, the price you pay for that becomes even more. So for her sake, and for the children's sake, please do something about it.
Is there something as trusting too much or loving too much in a relationship?
No, there's nothing like that.
Queen Latifah says, hi, Uncle, please.
Hi.
I've been very sincere with my partner, and he knows it. And I'm mostly home after work if I'm not with him. 2 days ago, I told him I have to meet up with a client from the States to discuss business. My man kept calling and I picked, and he asked what I was still doing out there around 7 p.m. I told him I will leave when it's 8 p.m. and latest by 8:30. Uncle, my partner told me to call him when I leave at 8 or should not call him. So I got angry because of the ultimatum he gave me and did not call. Until now, he has not called. Not only am I sad, but because I have also been very transparent with him, telling him everything. What do I do?
What's the name?
Queen.
Oh, Ohima. The poor boy said call. The boy loves you to bits. He is afraid he will lose you. That's why he's been doing some way. So you should just have called him. You have nothing to hide. You are sincere about it. So, my dear, I am living here. Remember what I said about knowledge, self-knowledge. Your reaction to him is revealed a lot more about you than about him. So don't get back to him and make that boy feel loved again, okay?
Uncle, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
My girlfriend has dated 4 guys before me.
Okay.
She's my first, and she's unable to really express her love to me through the little things. She appears dead to expressing love, although deep within I know she loves me. She's not happy and can't give happiness. She says it's cause she is broken from her experience with those guys, even though we have seen a counselor. She is very reserved and won't even call the counselor for advice, even when she has no clue. She won't even talk to her sister about her problems. Uncle, please help me. I love her and I want to help her, so we marry.
Well, I do not know at what point in her life you came in, but if you came in after 4 lousy losers, then there's quite a lot of baggage that you have to deal with. So be patient with her and be consistent with your love. She will come to recognize it and she would respond to it. Don't be afraid.
Augustina says, I hate it when my partner is moody. What should I do?
Oh, isn't it always a downer when our partners are moody? I mean, I hate it too. It upsets everything. It holds everything back. What should you do? Don't worry too much about it. Because sometimes what we then do is that we go through this whole process of, what have I done? 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 No. Sometimes there are people who go through emotional mood swings. Allow them, give them space. They will bounce back.
Uncle, what happens when your man always fights with you, even when it's not necessary?
Your man, he's always fighting with you. Wow. Well, and you think it is not necessary? Find out. I think for some time, make a record of the things he fights over and what triggers them. And then you may find a common trend, and then you'll be able to help him to become a better person.
And Solomon says, Uncle, kissing without being married, not wrong?
King Solomon, you are the King Solomon. You are the wise one. So please answer that for me. King Solomon, come back and tell us. Oh, come back and tell us. Is it wrong, King Solomon? Wisest man in the
world. Uncle, please, how can you help your partner to forget about her ex?
Just be an incredible partner for her, and she'll forget about him.
Francis Annan says, Uncle Ebo, when both partners are very petty and full of sarcasm, who succumbs to the other?
When people are petty and
full of sarcasm, who succumbs to the other?
All right, let's look at those who are petty and use sarcasm. We use words. Sarcasm is they use words always to hurt. They are saying something about themselves. They are hurting inside. These are damaged people. When somebody uses words, uses sarcasm, hides behind sarcasm, the target is not you, it's he himself. He doesn't feel good about himself and wants you to join him in not feeling good about yourself. So ignore the sarcasm. Rise above it. Get to the point where words don't get to you. Remember when we dealt with the 4 questions we handled when we talked about knowledge? What is this doing for me? How can I use this to help me grow? What is the best and the wisest way to respond to this? If you work with these, I think you'll be fine.
From Franklin, please, I love this girl and she loves me. She's now in school and I'm supporting her financially with the intention that I would marry her. I would marry a graduate. But my fear is that after her school, she may turn elsewhere, as we have been hearing and seeing. What should I do?
Oh dear. Where's King Solomon? King Solomon, come back and answer some of these questions for me. Come back and answer these questions for me. I don't think you really need an answer. I think you know what you're doing. So, unfortunately, I don't think you need an answer to this.
Florence under White says, "Hi, thank you guys for my birthday."
Bishop. Yeah, Bishop. Last week I said I was going to acknowledge what they did. The team surprised my wife on her birthday, and so to the guys here, congratulations. Yeah. Yeah, they wanted to show that they are not cheap, and they did that also in the hope that they will get promotions.
All right. Some says, "Do men understand women?"
Men cannot understand women, but women also don't understand men. That is why there is love. Let's love each other, and it will be fine. Yes.
I hate it when your partner fails to communicate but expects you to know all. What should we do?
Oh, well, you keep communicating. You keep communicating. One day, your partner will respond.
Emanuela says, "God bless you, Uncle, for always sharing your great wisdom with us.
You're welcome.
Please, how can one deal with the fear of being lied to again?"
Don't look at your partner. You just make sure that you will never lie to somebody and you'll be fine. In a relationship, it's about who you are, not about who your partner is.
From Joseph. Uncle, when there are two girls openly telling you they love you, but the one you love is doing herself something big, what should you do?
My brother, are you that much of a hot cake? Wow, two girls are fighting over you. And by the way, do they know both of them are fighting over you, or you are stringing them along? Make your decision quickly, please.
From Mamiya. How much do you have to give up for your relationship to work?
How much do you have to give up for your relationship to work? Don't give up who you are. That one I can say. Never give up who you are. For a period, you may have to suspend your dream to help one to go, but never forget your dreams and never lose them. Don't give up growing. Don't give up pursuing the things that make you come alive. And discuss these things before you get married so that they don't become an issue after you've been married.
Mawunyo says, "Some men take you for granted when they realize you are too humble."
Yeah, it's not just some men. I think human beings are like that. That when we relate to somebody who is gentle, who is nice, we tend to take them for granted, and it's unfortunate.
Uncle, please help me out. The girl I want to marry asked me to take her out, and I did just that. On our way back home, she was calling another guy to take her out again because my money got finished. But she wants us to go to a different joint.
It's complicated.
Young man, run. Run, oh, run. Why are you hanging around? Why are you hanging around? I think that sometimes we should wake up and smell the coffee. Wake up and smell the coffee. She's been good enough to let you know what you can expect. Why are you hanging around? Why are you hanging around?
Uncle, King Solomon is back.
King Solomon, yeah.
He says if it's a healthy relationship, I think there's nothing wrong kissing, which is an expression of love from the king.
Yeah. Here. The king has spoken.
Okay, Akofa Uncle says, "Uncle, some of us are fighting for relationships we have no business being in. fighting for people we have no business being with.
That's true. There are some relationships, like this person who sent in a question about the girl who asked you to take her out and caused another person to take her out. You have no business being in that relationship. So yes, thank you very much for making that comment. It is spot on.
Dede says, please, how can you let your spouse forget about his or her ex? Because she keeps talking about them.
Oh, that is becoming quite an issue. I think we should devote one whole session to this, the question of the exes, because it is not a very simple thing. It depends on at what point did you come in. Did you come in when the person was on a rebound? You know, a relationship breaks, the person is scattered, and then jumps and holds you. That you should have made him get over that relationship first. So it depends. Did a person get a chance to get over the past relationship before you came on the scene? Did a person really even walk away from that person? So it is not a very simple thing. And those of you who are not married, if the person you are relating to has an ex, please go through this checkpoint. At what point is that person? Has he gotten over the ex? Is the ex truly history? If not, that ex will come and haunt your relationship when it comes on.
Akofa says, Uncle, let me add to what you said. Sometimes a man's purpose in a woman's life is to help her become a better woman for another man. You will keep breaking your heart if you call these red flags as white. Value yourself.
All right.
Uncle, I have stopped complaining. I pray rather. Now my husband is complaining that I am quiet. What should I do?
Keep praying. Keep praying. But once in a while, open up and talk about things.
Sorry. Raphael says, I hate it when your partner fails to communicate but expects you to know it all. What should I do?
We've dealt with that question.
Uncle, but what does one do when you know your boyfriend, who used to be a woman, who used to have womanizing characters, still spends so much time on the phone with ladies and gets angry when you complain, Ajwa?
The question again.
What does one do when she finds out that the boyfriend who used to have womanizing character still spends so much time on the phone with ladies and gets angry when one complains?
The key word here is a womanizer. They don't change. They don't change. And if you knew he was a womanizer and you went in, well, you asked for it. I'm sorry. I mean, some people never change. They don't get better. They get worse. So, I'm sorry.
Uncle, how do the gentle ones deal with those who take advantage of them?
Every now and then, roar at them. Every now and then, show them that, hey, you're making a mistake, or I respect myself, that's why I've been quiet. But don't push it. Every now and then. If there's time, I'll tell you a story. No, there isn't much time, so let's go on. Maybe I'll tell it another time. Why, are you guys doing an aluta because you want to hear the story? Why is no question coming?
Godwin says, Uncle, please, if your family does not support the girl you want to marry, what do you do?
Negotiate. Talk with them. Find out what their reasons are. Talk with them. Listen to them. And then make your case. There are grounds that I don't find acceptable when families object. The grounds of tribe. That because of the tribe, because she's a Fanti, we don't like Fantis. Or because she's an Ewe, we don't like Ewes. Those ones I don't find acceptable. But having said that, it is possible your family may have seen something about this party and which you haven't seen or not taken seriously, and they want to save you. But listen to them. But at the end, listen, the decision is yours to make. And families should allow their children to make their own mistakes.
Okay. We just want to tell everybody that we are very grateful that you're logged in, especially to those on YouTube. You haven't been forgotten. Kofi Lechu, Augustina Okai, Evelyn Sam, Albert Kumsen, and Kofi Hagen. We have one from our YouTube. It says, Uncle, why do ladies say yes when they mean no?
Ladies say yes when they mean yes. And when they say no, they mean no. There's this myth that we have created, men have created, and it's at the root of sexual abuse and harassment. The woman says no, and the man says, oh, women are like that. They would always say no. No, let's begin to. That came in an era when men did not respect women. Respect a woman. When she says no, let's hear no.
Trisha says, so womanizers don't change? I see. Then I think someone is pretending. And then Dede says, Ango, please, what should I do? My boyfriend's parents don't like my tribe and are trying to push another lady on him.
Oh, that's a difficult fight to fight. Oh. That's a very difficult fight to fight, unfortunately. Start praying and see whether your boyfriend can speak to his people and stand his ground. He's the only one who can win this battle for you by telling his people, no matter what the tribal sin is, this is the person I want. And isn't it sad that in 21st century Ghana, we still make tribe such a big issue? Why? Where I would like someone to show me the Fanti passport, or the Ashanti passport, or the Ewe passport, or the Dagomba passport. We go by Ghana passport. Why can't we see ourselves as one?
My dad is cheating with the excuse that my mom is not doing her best in the marriage, blah, blah, blah. He's a church leader and I happen to chance on his tablet to find out that he has a child with another woman, wow, despite the plenty women he's sleeping around with. Please advise us, because I told my siblings and we are disappointed.
Oh, this is sad. This is sad. This is sad. This is sad. Do you have the kind of relationship with your father where you and your siblings can confront him? Are you guys at the age where you are independent enough to call him to order? If not, can you bring somebody in the family in? Somebody he respects. An uncle of his or a brother who you can tell what you know and let him come in. Except that, please, find out if they have different lifestyle as well. Because some of these things, they run in families. And therefore, what your father is doing may be what everybody every male in the family is also doing. And talk with the pastor. Your pastor, if he's a church leader, talk with the pastor to see if the pastor will be able to help him.
Beatrice says, what if the man's family has nothing against you, especially the mom, but just doesn't like you because they liked his ex?
Oh, one of those cases. Difficult case. Again, it goes to your man or your partner. He is the one who is to make the choice, not the mother. Let him make that choice. And let him not hide. People should stop hiding behind my father says, my parents say. It is your choice, not theirs.
Greetings from Chicago, Uncle, coming from Mr. Candy.
Hi, Candyman. It's always a delight to hear you, Candy.
Watching from Birmingham in the UK. I love you, Uncle WHYTE. God richly bless you.
And God bless you too, and sustain you in this cold weather.
Allah says, Uncle, I think everyone going out of relationship must genuinely and completely break up. It helps.
Yes.
Don't just walk away. Break up and break away. It makes the excess affection thing dry out completely.
Yes, I agree.
Uncle Ebo, what do you do when your partner lied to you and you found out about it? When you ask about it, your partner lied to you again about the whole issue.
What do you do? Well, you've confronted him. See if you have the information. If you have enough evidence, then confront. It's about evidence. Next time, don't confront till you have the evidence, because the person cannot argue against evidence.
Beatrice says, I wish to get over him because we keep having arguments every now and then, but I just can't. How do I deal with that?
You are deceiving yourself when you say you can't. You can. You are just not trying. You don't want to get over him. You want him back. But if you really want to, you would get over him.
Uncle Eboa, I'm confused though. A friend of mine has ladies who love him so much, yet he keeps chasing women who barely like him before even loving him. What can I say to help him? Kweku.
Nothing. There's nothing you can do to help him. He's living out something in his psyche. He wants to be hurt. And there's nothing you can do to save him from being hurt. He truly wants to punish himself and wants to be hurt. He doesn't feel good about himself. He's a damaged person. And so instead of talking to him about relationships, talk to him about building his own self-worth and his dignity. And he would hopefully get over this.
All right. We understand there's a draw we have to do in the time.
Yes. We said that we'll continue to reward our viewers. So, are we ready with a draw?
Yeah.
All right. So, for staying with us, there's going to be a draw. We'll tell you what the price would be, and I've decided that between now and the end of November, indeed, I think I can even extend it to the end of this year. Every week, we'll reward a few people. How many people are we rewarding today? 3. So every day we'll reward at least 3 people. So, and this comes to you courtesy of Kwesi. Kwesi stumbled upon this neat app. He just wants to show it off. So Kwesi, go ahead, dazzle us. So our first winner is Ni Ayite Ayi. Ni Ayite Ayi, congratulations. Let's go on to the second. The second winner is Kojo Mensah. Kojo Mensah. Ken, why are you laughing? You know him? No. Kojo Mensah. Let's do the third one. Ken Alloy. Is that Alote? Or Ken? No, I'm just wondering whether it's a short form for Ken. Ken Alloy. So, Ni Ayi, Kojo Mensah, Ken Alloy. You know when the names are being shuffled, sometimes a name flashes and I say, I wish I could stop it there. But this is, none of us is in control of that. Kwesi, thank you very much for that. I think it is wonderful. So congratulations, those of you who have won. I understand that we sent a message to those who won last week, and we haven't heard from them. So if you heard your name last week, please get in touch. And the 3 of you get in touch with us so you'll receive your prize. We are serious about the reward. So don't let us sit on it. Come and claim it. Well, I'd like to thank you for joining me. I appreciate it every Friday when you join me. I value the commitment you have made. So may the coming days bring you fulfillment and laughter. May you walk in victory and in great favor. And may good health be yours. May your relationships be enriched and be fun. And the married people, may you try something different tonight. Thank you very much for joining us. Goodbye. They call me Uncle WHYTE. I am the CEO of Roman Productions, but I'm also very much committed to helping you become your better self.
Magazine that reports on our values, attitudes, and faith for discerning people.
You see, nobody goes into a love relationship to be miserable. We go into a love relationship to make each other happy and to be
All
happy.
Shell shops,
Happy.
Total shops,
Happy.
and the supermarket near you.
Happy.
Or call
May God bless and keep you.
003-1188
Bless
for
and
subscription.
keep you. Bless and keep you. May God bless and keep you. Bless and keep you. Bless and keep you. Happy. 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 I'd like to thank you very, very much for joining us today. Remember, be happy, and may your love life be sweet.